Hi, I just want to talk you through today the kind of rotation that we have here. We have a 6-year rotation of crops. So I'll talk you through which green manures I use for which crop and how it works. So the first area that we've got here, we've yet to uncover. This is the peas and beans area, and it's going to have broad beans sown in the autumn very soon. When I peel this back, I'll be sowing a clover crop and a mixture of different green manures. Peas and beans, fortunately, are pretty indifferent to which green manure they proceed or follow on from. They don't really mind too much, so I've got a lot of choice there. But as we come across here, we're coming on to the area which I'm going to put in the root crops, and this will be things like carrots and parsnips. And they do really like the crimson clover and the white mustard, and you can probably just see a cabbage white butterfly investigating, but it's pretty late in the season for cabbage white butterflies, and I'm not worried about that. So the great benefit of this green manure at this time of year is it will really get the soil ready for the root crops to go in, and I'll just be hoeing that off as and when I want to sow. It gives me a long time to kind of work the land. The next area is a buckwheat green manure. It's just literally been sown about 10 days ago. It's starting to come up, and this will be where the chard, spinach and beetroot area is this year. Buckwheat's an ideal one for them because there's no conflict between the green manure and their biology, and it really helps to improve the soil calcium levels. As we come along here, you can see the next area, and this is going to be the alliums, the garlic and leeks, shallots, onions, and they are quite fussy about the green manure choice. So the thing to do is to avoid the legume family, that's the clovers and anything that fixes nitrogen using rhizobium. They really conflict with that. So I'm using a white mustard and a fodder radish. And the great thing is that they're both green manures that you can leave in for quite a long time. So it gives me a long time to prepare the soil before I start planting what effectively is quite a weedy crop. So your choice of green manure is very important for the alliums. And then over here we've got the next plot, which is the brassica plot. And if you look carefully, you'll notice a big white line of buckwheat on one side, and then a rather patchy looking crop of green crimson clover. I had to re-sow an area because I didn't have enough seed the first time. You can see where I ran out of seed, and I've re-sown it, and that is now coming up. But that's fine, because the reason I've got two different green manures is I've got the buckwheat for the early plantings in this autumn of brassicas, and then I'm following up in the spring with the spring plantings with the crimson clover just decaying through. So that keeps the land working during the winter, but not weedy, which is very important. And finally, we've got the 6th part of the rotation, which is the fallow. This is a traditional area, and you can see the Phacelia crop that I've put in here coming up gradually. It's a very resilient plant, Phacelia. It slowly emerges through the soil, and it really crumbles the soil down. So it's a perfect one for the year where I'm not really going to be planting a crop. Fallow was used extensively in medieval cultivation. It's come back into fashion. It's a very good way of building what we would call fertility in the soil, but it's really biology. And those are the 6 ways that we are improving the land using green manures. Watch out for our much longer videos on green manures later.